from Jojo Crosses here. This is Jojo, and we are on Pinwheel. This is my Rainbow Island that we're going to be doing and working on. I started this island in stream, and so we went ahead and found our island, and then I paid off my house during stream, so we got our other upgraded house. And then I actually upgraded it again afterwards and went ahead and paid for the store, got the store moved in. So we have that much done over here. What we need to do is we need to get some villagers for this place and stuff like that. So I was thinking we'll go on a little villager hunt and at least get that part out of the way. But we might be doing that during stream too. So I'll try to include that in here for those of you that don't come to my stream. That way you can see. But what I'm going to do is put a little bit of video here for the beginning of game that I did during stream. And then we'll go ahead and pop in the video from stream villager hunt. And then beyond that, we will start the island once we get to like the part where we get our campsite villager in and all of that. Then I'll probably take this off the stream and go straight to videos for decorating and all of that. But I just wanted you guys who maybe don't come into stream to be able to enjoy the island and see what we were doing in the beginning. So you're gonna see me in the corner of the videos, probably chit-chatting and stuff. And if it works, I may pop in some clips of the actual conversation we're having. But otherwise, it'll probably be a voiceover Jojo. So hopefully you guys are okay with that. Just realize it's probably not really me talking live. It's me talking over myself. So anyway, hang on just a second. I'll be right back. All right. Well, we're getting started on our new island. I'm so excited. While I was in stream, we were just kind of hanging out and having fun. And if you haven't ever been there, it's a good time. But not everybody are stream people. So I wanted to share this with everyone else as a video too, because I know a lot of people don't like to go back and watch like the whole thing. So we're doing our normal thing, getting checked in with the boys. And of course, I always put my name in as Jojo. I don't really think I've ever been anything else. In the past I have, but not in recent years, of course. And then I'm going to use my regular birthday just so if I do come across birthday time or whatever, I can still have my birthday in the game because it's endearing and super cute. And I like having my birthday on my videos or in my game. So anyway, yes, I am there and I'm ready to go. Now I just always show the first time I put myself together on here, but then I won't keep showing it again and again if we have to fly out again. But I usually am about that color, and I usually pick the wavy hair to start with. And I think I left it with the wrong blonde, but in the next one, when I actually get the island, I think I choose the right color. But in any case, these are my little eyes, and then I always do the green eyes, even though I'm hazel. It's like brown and green mixed. So I got the ooh-woo mouth and the blushy cheeks. And yeah, that is me in a nutshell. So very, very good. All right. And now we're going to go ahead and choose our island. And a lot of times I have to go through a few. In this particular one, I was waiting for a centralized resident services, as central as it can get, because oftentimes it's kind of hard to find that and hard to find it in the right location. So I thought I was going to be here a long time, but spoiler alert, we're not here for very many. I think we go through 3 sets of islands and that's it. So it's pretty good. So yeah, And I usually always pick food as my thing that they ask me about too. So that's coming up as well. But yeah, here are the choices that they gave me. And all of the resident services were just too close, too far off to the right or to the side. So yeah, we went ahead and reset. And then this was the next set we got. And I don't really want the double souths, not to mention the resident services were also not centralized in any of these. So we went ahead and passed on this set of islands as well. I kind of contemplated the one on the top right because it was a little higher up and a little more centralized, but it definitely wasn't enough. And the people in my stream thought I could do better, and they were correct. Plus, I didn't want the double souths, So I thought, we'll just move on past this one and see if we can find a better island on the next little grouping. So then on the next group that came through, which was surprising because it was only the third set, this one down here on the right looked pretty promising. The one on the left as well actually looked pretty good. But I thought the one on the right had a better setup. I liked that the island itself, or the middle, was a little tiny bit higher than the other one. And a little tiny bit more centralized than the other one, I thought. So, and I'm not sure you can do that much better on that. So we went ahead and decided on the one down here, which I think looks like a little elephant kicking his feet up in the back. So the front on the right looks like a little trunk, and then the legs in the back, So it kind of cracks me up, but that is always what I see when I see this map. All right, so let's fly out to this one. Let's see what we have in store for us. I'm really just hoping we will have some acceptable villagers. I don't really care what the airport color was because this island is going to be able to make any airport work, of course. So yeah, and I'll tell you about what we're going to do here on this island as we get going and process through this. So I'll let you know. But at this point, we're gonna fly over and see what fruit we got, which is cherries. We got cherries. Cherries are not my favorite in the game, but you know what? It's all right. I can take them. They're better than some others, although I would have preferred like almost any other fruit, but it's fine. I mean, I can take those trees down. And we have an orange airport with Renee and Frobert. Renee with the good hair, and Frobert is adorable. These are really good villagers to get on a fly-in here, so I'm not going to complain one single bit, I tell you. Let's say hi to Renee. Hello, hello. And Frobert. Hello, Frobert. You are so stinking cute. I know some people don't like him, but I really do like him, actually. I think his colors are cool and stuff. I wanted to run around the island here and just kind of see what it looks like. And we'll see what our flower is over here, which, spoiler, it is lilies. Yep. I always get lilies, roses, or I think I have an off chance of getting cosmos. And those are the 3 flowers for my birthday. So it is what it is. The island has a really good expanse and a nice distance between the airport and resident services. It is quite long, actually, and our airport is way over here compared to way over there, resident services. But that's okay. It really does not matter, the airport location. I can make it work no matter what. And then we've got this little part here, which I would call the little elephant's noggin right here that we're standing on. Yeah, so this is what looks like a little elephant head to me. But okay, let's say hi. Oh wow, we're kissing. We are kissing. I got real close to him there. All right, yes, is that everyone? Yeah, of course it is. Renee's here. Yes. Frobert. Yep. And Jojo, of course. Yes, I am the one in front of you, Nook, who I said hi to you already. All right, very good. How shall we begin? So he's going to tell me all about welcoming us. And then he's going to also talk about, you know, what we need to do to get this island going and stuff like that. Yeah, he's kind of one of those guys that's dreaming of money, bells, if you will, even though I don't know what bells are yet at this point in the game, but you know, he's going to tell us. He's going to start us out with a tent, so we have to go over to Timmy or Tommy, Tommy or Timmy, and grab us a little tent-a-poo. And then they should also give us a little map to use. I almost walked away there, and then I went and talked to Tom Nook, and I'm like, wait, no, I need this one. So anyway, we're going to grab our tent. Thank you. And then he will also let us have a little map in the corner until we get our cell phone, and then we can zoom in on it a little better. But at least I can get a glimpse of the map again and kind of take a look at it. But we're probably going to go do what everybody else does and slap our tent down on the beach. So we're going to run down there with it and get that placed. Yep, this looks like a good spot. I see Renee and Frobert thinking very closely together over there. Can see their little thought bubbles in the background. Yes, this is the first big step. Got my tent down. All right, we're going to head over and talk to Renee, and then we're also going to go talk to Frobert. And I'm just going to grab their tents and place them for them because I just want them out of the way to begin with. I think a lot of people do that, where they just plop them on the beach. And that helps get them out of the way where we can use all the land and then kind of put them down wherever we decide we want them to go. So, yeah. Here you go. Thank you, Renee. Thank you so much. Yes, I will pick the perfect spot for you that I could possibly pick. Yes, I'll see you at the plaza, girlfriend. She's so cute. Look at her. Look at her trot off. Okay. And then here's Frobert. Hello. Yes. Nice to meet you for a bit. I'm surprised he doesn't say Frobit or Frobit to match his name, but whatever. All right, I'll find you a spot too, buddy. We're going to go plop you both down on the beach because, like I said, that is the easiest thing. Whoever decided that was a thing was a smart cookie, because I don't even think I ever tried to put anything on the beach until way later in the process. I didn't even know it was possible, to be honest. I put Renee right next to me, you know, because this is a big expansive beach. I don't want to waste too much of it because we're going to have to get the museum down here somewhere and other things. So there's for Robert. You have your spot. And now we're going to head back over to resident services and get going on the rest of the process and get this island named and all that. But we have to give him sticks and fruit and all that jazz. So yes, welcome back, everyone. Hope you all found just the right spots. Well, we did as good as we can get there, sir. We're going to do a roaring campfire, and he wants 10 sticks, and then he wants 6 fruit. He doesn't tell you about the fruit in the beginning, so if you guys have not been through this before, which I would imagine all of you have, this game is 6 years old now. But if you're a newbie, which you might be, he will just tell you about the sticks, but just grab sticks and fruit while you're out here, and that will save you a moment of time, you know. So you have to go talk to Nook and tell him that you're ready to work and all of that, and then he'll tell you about the sticks. Frobert's just sweeping the dirt, which I absolutely adore, and it's like, really? Okay, buddy. So yeah, here's where he just tells you about the sticks, and you're gonna need more than that, obviously, but yeah, he says he's gonna investigate those cherries. I don't know what he does to investigate, but whatever. I like to run around and get my sticks because it gives me a little time to look around at the island as well. And dang it, right there, I wish I would have left a cherry. I like to know which trees are the cherry trees and which trees are not the cherry trees so that I don't get stung by a wasp. So that's okay. the cherries grow back. But you'll see me leave a cherry on the next one I shake, and that is because I finally went, oh yeah, I forgot to do that. Usually you can get about 20 sticks on this little collection point in the game. I don't know that I ran around the entire area to get them because being in stream, I'm trying to kind of move along a little bit. But normally in game, I try to get as many sticks in the beginning as I can. I try to pick up all the little stones because I do like to make an axe in the beginning too, once he gives me that recipe. And that way I can get my wood start to be collected, and that way I can hit the rocks, and because you can only hit the rocks with either an axe or a shovel. You can't hit it with anything else. And in the beginning game, you don't get a shovel until like day 2 from your sisterly. Or once you talk to Blathers in the museum, he gives you the recipe to make that, as well as your vaulting pole to get around the island on other spots. So, looks like I got most of my sticks and stuff. So we're going to head over, and talk to Tom. And he will have me, give him all my stuff. And he'll let you keep whatever's extra. And then same with the fruit. He only takes what he needs. The rest stay in your pockets. So if you collect an abundance of whatever, it'll stay in there. He won't take it. And then we're gonna head out to name the island, because once he gets over this part of things, we go in and he wants us to name it. And of course, they always take the name you suggest, so you don't ever have to worry about being voted down. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna head over and do that. While we're chatting, I'll just tell you this island is gonna be called Pinwheel, and you'll see me name that in just a minute. It is going to be a color block island, if you will, a rainbow island. So what I mean by color block is what I wanted to try to do is make the island look like a pinwheel, and each wedge is going to represent a color of the island, a color that the island offers. So if you imagine all the flowers that are here and the colors that are in the flowers, or the colors that are in a rainbow, those are the colors that I will have on this island. And I'm going to try to do each wedge as one color. So almost like a one color challenge in each little wedge of the pinwheel, which is kind of cool. I've never seen anyone do that particular thing before, but I have seen a creator, and I can't remember her name. She had the most gorgeous island I think I've ever seen for being a rainbow type island. And basically it was very similar to what I'm doing, except it was just all joined together, but each little wave of color would kind of blend together and come together, and it was just really cool. But this island is going to require a lot of terraforming and a lot of flattening. And I'm going to probably do that off stream, offline, so you guys don't have to watch too much of that, because that is actually quite the process. This is also a vanilla switch, which it means that I don't have access to... Well, I do have access. I have online access, but I don't have, it's not modded or anything. So I either have to obtain my things from Treasure Island, or naturally obtained on the island, or whatever. So yes, they have decided to accept my name of Pinwheel, and now I am the island representative, and all the pressure is on me only. So I will say a word or two to these residents, and then then we will be on our way to the next day, which is great. But yeah, I think that'll be a fun island to do. I'm nervous about trying to get the island shaped the way I would like to get it shaped. I've never done such an extensive terraforming extravaganza before, and I don't know if anybody realizes that's what I meant by a pinwheel, is I'm actually going to make the island look like a giant pinwheel. So that, like I said, is going to be a lot of terraforming. And that also means that the villagers, I mean, I'm probably going to make some little adjoining area in the center where all of the pinwheels connect, where all the villagers could kind of come together and go up into each other's little part of the fan, if you will. So just so you know, like, they will be able to get around, but they're going to have to go the long way, because they will not jump over lines in the pinwheel or water. You know what I mean? Like, the villagers do not hop over anything. So I'm not sure how that's going to work with them getting around, but I can get around just fine because I will have, stuff in there. I may also put some hoppity areas up where the fan wheel parts kind of come apart a little bit more, and hopefully it'll just look like little sprinkles or something on the map. But yeah, I'm hoping it'll look kind of cool when I'm all done. But we're gonna go in our little tent now, take a little nappity nap, and I got a blue cot, which is unusual. I usually end up with like camo, so I was kind of happy about that. And then my little boxes, I got is that a black lantern and a pink radio, so that's pretty cool. So we're going to take a little nap, and we're going to wait for President Nook to wake me up in the morning, but we're going to get a little glimpse of our naked dog over here. KK is going to serenade us in our dreams. So, yeah, but that's right, Daddy-O. Cracks me up. All right, back over here where we're being rudely awakened by President Nook. Nook the Crook. He's not really. Nook's actually not that bad, but he's had a life for sure. He's lived life. He's trying to be a zillionaire, a billionaire, if you will. And so the guy's got to make a living somehow, But what I do say about President Nook, and people will say I'm crazy, but he's actually kind of a good guy. I mean, you come to this island, and really all you have to do is work for everything, right? You don't have to pay interest. You don't have to pay extra fees. It's just whatever it probably costs to do whatever he's doing. It might be a little inflated. I don't know. I don't know what bells to cash ratio is, but 49,000 bells doesn't seem like much to settle down on an entire island and get a little plot of land. And then, as you upgrade, obviously, that's probably pretty near close to what it would be in the real world, I mean, it's expensive to have a house and stuff, especially out here in the United States of America. It is pretty stinking expensive. So, anyways, just saying. I don't think Nooks is that bad. And I do think that you should be expected to work for something. You can't just come here for free, right? So I don't see anything wrong with what he does. He doesn't really do much to help out. Apparently he has some sort of secret construction crew that works through the night that you can't ever see. But besides that, that's the mystery of things. So it must be Rossetti, like, coming up underground, and like he works underneath the tent or something, and then I don't know. But I'm not sure how when I sleep my house goes from a tent to a house. It's just crazy town. But we got ourselves a DIY, and we got ourselves a picture from the planning, the HHP section over there. Let's go see Frobert, see what kind of hat he gives us today. I'll already tell you it's not my favorite tulip hat. It's the mesh cap, but that's not bad. I'm going to draw on my board because I'm trying to get some Nook miles. And I wanted to make a pinwheel, if that makes sense. So this is the best Jojo can do with Joy-Cons, okay? Because the Joy-Cons do make it a little bit hard for it to look like decent, if you will. So and this is kind of what I would anticipate. I mean, not as janky looking as this, but this is kind of what I anticipate the island sort of looking like. I believe we have maybe 7, 8, let's see. Well, we actually have 10 colors, honestly, because I have 10 different colored villagers that we're going to have on this island. So I'm gonna see if there's a way to make 10 wedges, which would be great. Hopefully that'll work out. There's my stick. All right, you got it. So that's the best we're gonna do with my kindergarten writing, and yeah, hopefully it's not offensive, that drawing, but yeah, that is a representative of what we're starting out with today, and that'll give us 300 Nook miles for doing that. Then I'm going to talk to Renee, because I hadn't talked to her yet. She should give me a DIY for the leaf umbrella, which I believe I've only made a few times. And that's because I needed like bells. So I think I made the leaf umbrella to get a few more bells instead of selling the weeds, you know. But you also have to sell the weeds to get the greedy weeder. So it's kind of like, I don't know. And the more weeds you sell, the higher number of bells or Nook miles you get for the weeds. So it's actually good if you can sell quite a few. I put my little cap on and we're going in to see Tom, and he's welcoming us into the tent. Timmy Tommy hangs out in here the first day or two until you get the store put up. So but right now he's talking to me about my tent because I have the opportunity to upgrade it. But you have to pay with Nook miles, and you have to have 5,000 initial Nook miles. The way you do that is just by getting all the Nook accomplishments. So you want to write on your board. You want to change your saying in your passport. You want to go fishing and catch bugs. You want to make tools like DIYs and stuff because that helps you get it. Put down items all around your island. I think if you put down 10 or more, you get Nook miles for that. Opening and closing your phone, I think like 10 or 15 times or more, you'll get something for that. Buying items in the store as well as selling items to little Timmy here will get you some Nook Mile achievements and stuff. So just play the game, basically. Like, do all the things, and as you go, you will get all those Nook Mile achievements. I try to do it fast because I'm usually I'm on a time constraint because I'm making a video or I'm in stream or something like that. But in real life, I mean, take your time, enjoy the beginning game. I really love how the game plays out. I love beginning game. I love watching people make their own islands and stuff like that. So I totally love it. So anyway, here's, you get some miles just for going in the ABD. I don't know why I went into this section. I don't have any money. I meant to go into Nook shopping and I totally messed that up. But anyways, I wanted to see what they had offered, and I probably would buy the song and the magazine if I had money, but I do not at this point. Everything else they have in here I do not care for, but yeah. And then we'll look over in the special section. They have all the little Lego items, which is so cool. So we've got our 3.0 update. Our Mario stuff is here automatically, which is great. And then we got our Pocket Camp stuff now, which is awesome. So we can get our campsite sign and all of that. So I'm super excited. I don't have any money yet at this point, so I have to go out and, slave away, catch some things and stuff like that. So anyways, let me get out of this thing. I don't know why I'm standing here like I am, but whatever. Then at this point now, it's just trying to get some accomplishments done. So first thing I did was go in. You can also get points for adjusting a custom design. You don't even have to change it. You literally just go in and say, I'm going to change this design. You look at it, you press the done, you press confirm, airplane flag, same as it was, And then when you go out of there, you will have some Nook miles. So just so you know. All right, I go back in there because he had the DIY workshop. I forgot to take that with him, and I want to go do that so that I can read all of my Nook Mile, my DIY recipes, and get those accomplished and start to make things. Because I need to make myself a fishing pole, and I need to make myself a net, and I need to get out there and start catching fish and all of that jazz so I can progress on this island. All right, there's our fishing rod. So we got that done. You have to do it slow-mo the first time, but after that you can smash the A button and it will go faster. Now we're selling as much as we can to Timmy so we can get some dough and buy some things because, you know, it's important. Look at, oh, I don't know why I'm stuck here in this screen, but I decided to hang out with him for a minute. I was probably talking to my peeps. Anyways, sold 59.80 bells. That's a pretty good amount to begin with. Usually I could get a little more than that sometimes, but I usually have some spare fish or whatever. Anyways, we're going to go through and take a look at some of the Nook miles we've already accomplished and see where we're at in that total so far. So, looks like we got our Pinwheel miles, which is just by being here, you get 500 miles just for establishing yourself. So that's what that is. And then we go ahead and look down further. If you just press your R button to the right, it'll take you to the next one. Island togetherness, that's for talking to my villagers today. So the more you talk to them, the better you get. Greedy Weeder, I only sold 198. I just needed a few more to get to the next level, which I will eventually. Pick of the bunch, that's for selling fruit. So you get a little something for that. And then I think there's a few more. We got the Nook phone one. I told you if you pick it up like 10 times or so, then you know you should get that automatically. First time buyer is for buying something with Nook miles, and then seller of unwanted things, so for selling stuff to Timmy. We're writing on the bulletin board. We got this one, and then I'm trying to think what else we got here. First custom design, that was for designing that one little airplane thing that we didn't actually do. So we only got to 3150. I still had a little more work to do. Frobert was walking in front of me. I thought I would chat with him, you know, because I try not to ignore my villagers. Say hi. It's so cute. He's like, isn't that the hat I gave you? I went and caught some fish because you need to give Nook some critters. So I got myself, you know, a snapper. I got myself a black bass. I got myself a little, what is this thing? The bluegill. That's right. Got myself a butterfly. The tiger butterfly. I always call it the zebra butterfly. That's not right. And then we got this little guy. So yeah, I was going around just doing my thing. Of course I caught a shoe. You can see the boot in the back. That was me catching what I thought was a fish and end up with a boot. You do get some points or you get a DIY for catching the boot, and if you catch enough trash, you actually get some Nook miles for that too. So it's not the worst thing, but it's also not the best thing because you can't really make any fish accomplishments with that, but you can make a set of boots. If you get 2 of those boots out of the river, you can create a pair of boots to wear. So anyways, what would I like to talk to you about? We found a creature, Tom Nook. I'm going to give him all my creatures. I'm not going to make you sit through that too much, but once I give him every time I give him a creature, he's going to give me something in return. So the first one, I think you get your Critterpedia. Second one, you get some roses, I think, usually, for the color, you know, or whatever your island flower. No, is it your island flower? It's your sister flower, I guess, which mine is usually a rose. And then you give him, when you get another one to him, I think he gives you some DIYs and also watering can DIY. And then I forget what the fourth thing is, but in any case, the fifth thing is the museum. So he's going to hand you the little museum building, and you can go place that on your island, which is what we're also going to do here in just a minute. There's the axe recipe you get as well. And maybe the watering can comes along in here too. Yeah. So I think that's after he gives you the plants, right? So then you'll get that one too. So pretty good. But you just always have to come talk to Nook if you don't know what to do, and click on everything. You know, like if you're a beginner in this game, just go talk to everyone, click on everything. Usually kind of guides you through what you need to do. But in order to progress, you have to do all the things that Nook is telling you to do. So you really do have to read and watch what he's telling you to do. And then as you go along, it gets a little less instruction, you know. But he'll kind of help you through the beginning. This is considered the tutorial part of the game. Everything up to about 3 stars is all the tutorial. It's just having you learn how to play the game. And then once you get past 3 stars, you're kind of on your own. You decorate your island. You're just really striving to get to 5 stars if you want to, or not. And yeah, so it's just kind of one of those things where you're just kind of progressing as you wish in the game from that point on. So all right, so I think this was the last one, and he's going to now ask if it's okay, or no, this isn't the last one. I'm getting the can from him now. Yeah. So once he does that, I give him his last one, and then I'm going to get the museum. So yeah, it's a little bit of a drawn out process. He's a yapper. I mean, Tom Nook does not stop yapping at all. And him and Blathers and surprisingly Mabel with the Able sisters, she has a very long-winded conversation when you first open her store. So between those 3, they will yap your ears off. So yeah, you kind of, it is what it is. It is what they do, you know. Anyway, I like to give him as many bugs as I can for Blathers now so that I don't have to shock Blathers later. So I always hate offending him. Okay, so now he should get a phone call, and that will be like Blathers on the other side. And yep, hold the phone. Someone's calling. Exactly. So that right there is Blathers, yes. And this is where he's going to give me my museum, which is fantastic. And then I'll go plant that down, and that'll be some good progress. The rest of the time, we need to earn the rest of our Nook miles so we can pay off our house. I wanted to try to get the house paid off the first day. I always try to do that. So I just go around the island and do as many chores as I can, and catch as many fish and bugs as I possibly can. And I will put the fish and the bugs down on the ground, like place them as furniture, because they actually do count towards your furniture count on your island if you place those. So yeah, so we went ahead and I got my DIY. I got some stuff accomplished there, and then we got our Blathers tent placed here. Yay! All right. I love the tent. I wish they would give us permissions to, leave it a tent and still progress through the game. But now with the 3.0, I don't know if you guys know this, but unless you upgrade your tent, you don't get your hotel. So if you don't upgrade your tent for the museum, you do not get the hotel. You will never get it. So that has been discovered in the game. So you all have to do it if you want to. I changed my passport and took a picture. Those will get me some Nook Mile achievements as well. I was really trying to get over that 5,000 mark, and it was a little bit of a challenge for some reason this day, because normally it's really easy for me, but for some reason I was lacking. I think because I wasn't quite fishing and stuff as much. I got an accomplishment for that balloon. I think your first balloon you hit, you get an accomplishment. My first balloon, I forget what it had in it, and I didn't even show you. How rude of me. I think it was clothing. I'm not sure. No, maybe not. All right, Shady Shakedown. So I shook a tree and got 300 miles because I got something out of it. And that first leaf that drops, you do get something for the Shady Shakedown. So now I've gone back in to talk to Nook again because I want to tell him I put the tent down and all that jazz. And then I'm going to buy some things, and I think this will get me to my Nook miles that I needed. So yeah, we're going to buy the magazine, and I don't think I buy too much else. I might buy this song, but I don't think I did. Oh, I buy the Lego workbench because I thought that's the easiest way to get going with a workbench. Plus, it's kind of cool. I mean, I'm not going to have it on this island most likely because it's very rainbow and it's not one particular color to go in one particular area. But I can use it and have fun with it. So there's that. But yeah, now we're going to go, because I did get the rest of my Nook miles, we're going to go talk to Presidente Nook. And, oh wait, did I get him? No, I need to go get 300 more, 400 more. So I had to go catch some more fish and stuff. So I got this one and I got another one. I think you got to get to 10 fish before you get credit for catching fish, and 10 bugs. So those two are accomplishments. So I just hadn't gotten there yet. So I went ahead and caught a few more, and that's what kind of put me over the edge for my Nook Mile achievements that I needed. And then I was able to go in and upgrade my home because it's important. All right, girl. Yes, we see your fish. How long are you going to stand there with the fish, Jojo? Sometimes I get distracted. My apologies. Oh, I sold more weeds, so that got me over the hump there. All right, so now we're going to go talk to Nook, upgrade our house, because that's good. You'll have some storage the next day, which is nice, and you won't have stuff laying all around the island. One of my goals here, too, was to open up my gates, because my friends in stream were going to come over and help out with the island, which is super sweet of everyone to come over, especially at this point in the game when we were doing this. The treasure islands were still shut down, but they were coming back. Like, this was the day they were all like getting fixed, and so people were kind of a little like desperate for materials, and so the fact that people were willing to bring me things was absolutely so sweet of them. But I think people kind of knew that things were coming back online, and my friend April Honey was in chat and telling us that she did get it to work and things like that. So I think people had a little more comfort in knowing that the treasure islands were coming back online. It actually did not take anybody too long to get that going, which is amazing. I think it was the 19th of January, and the game came out on the 14th, real early in the morning. So it only took them about 6 days to get that accomplished. So pretty cool that they were able to do it so fast. So we went to day 2 so that I could have my airport, because you don't get the airport until the second day, obviously. So this is where you have to go to get that accomplished. But that means that I can open my gates and allow people in, which was the whole reason for that. And then from this point on, I went ahead and, we got to check our mail because that's what we do every day. And I think I get some, oh my gosh, hello. We got a little package from Mom, which I believe is our first sister fruit from her. And then I did order that workbench and that magazine, which I got today. And then I believe this one is like, I can't remember if it's a DIY or whatever. I think it is, but I can't remember. We'll open it up and see. There's my peaches, so that's my sister fruit. So cherries and peaches is what I get. My workbench, yay. It's so huge though, that Lego workbench. I don't know why it was so gigantic. We got our magazine that I purchased. And then this is what Happy Home sent me. Yeah, it is. Oh, that's the, it's like a low table. Yeah, a wooden low table. And I learned that because I can now, because I learned how to do DIYs from President Nook. And so we got that under our belt, and then we are going to move on to getting the island opened up. I do think I need to go talk to Nook really quick because he's going to tell me about the airport first and give me my first airline ticket. I like to talk to my villagers every day if I'm getting going. And let me tell you, if you want to get rid of a villager ever, you need to talk to your villager a lot. You need to be very good friends with them in order for them to want to leave your island. So please take my advice. Don't hit them with nets or anything. When I came in here, they're talking about a shop, which I totally forgot was going to be occurring, but they discussed the shop and they want you to help them. And now here we are. I had opened up my island and look at what all my friends had brought me. They brought me all sorts of fossils, gold. We've got tools. There's Lavender. We got tools and materials. And I can't remember all the people that came to my island this day, but I am just so blessed to have such a lovely community that's willing to come out and share with me and have fun. It's just really awesome, this community. And like I said, there were a lot of people flying out, and it was just so appreciated that they all came out. And that's why I kind of left this in here. If you have not joined a community, or you're not a part of like streams and stuff, which I totally get, streams are not everybody's jam, but it's kind of the way to make friends out here is by kind of introducing yourself into different streams and getting to know the community through that, or maybe through Discord, which is another way. My Discord is down below. I have a lot of friends in there, and if you wanted to come and join my Discord, that is a wonderful way for you to also make friends over there and kind of get to know the community. But it's so much fun. And I think Animal Crossing was meant to be played with other people in general. I mean, that's how they kind of wanted this to be. So it's definitely a thing. You know what I mean? So just so you know, if you don't want friends, obviously it's okay. You can play the game on your own, but it's just really hard to get all the things if you don't have friends to share with or go to Treasure Island or something like that. So, but here, Lavender was working so hard helping me get all these weeds up. And then, unfortunately, one of our friends that came out, sadly enough, had a little issue with the Wi-Fi, and it caused it to kind of shut down, And the problem with that is that it makes the game doesn't save a few of the things. And so unfortunately that was an issue with this part of the game. So all that weed picking, Lavender, kind of went to the wayside because when I came back in, there were just weeds everywhere again. But it's okay. I don't mind picking the weeds. I just felt like she was working for nothing, sadly enough. But I do appreciate all the help for sure. And they're so sweet too. They bring me my glasses, which I absolutely adore, and it's just so sweet that they think of me in that way. They're like, oh, she needs her glasses and she needs her normal outfits that she wears and all that kind of stuff. It's just so super sweet. So like I said, that's part of this whole community being just adorable. They know what glasses Jojo wears. They know I needed a rainbow sweater because I'm making a rainbow island. They knew I would need all these supplies to get my plots together, tickets to go villager hunting. Lavender was trying to help me get the island weeded so I didn't have to spend too much time doing that. And it's just adorable how everyone is so helpful and loving. It's just the sweetest, most cozy community ever. And anyway, I love them and I love this community. I never thought that you could be such good friends with people online or through, computer and stream and things like that, but you really can. And you get to know people and it's just amazing. So anyway, that is the end of this part. I'm going to do my little outro here, but I love y'all and we'll see ya. All right, well, as you can see, we had lots of fun with our friends and everyone came out. I cannot get the balloon to stay my life. Everyone came out to help out the island, which was wonderful. And we were able to get our house paid off. We were able to get the museum set down. And then I came back in and like I said, I got the store put down. So we have our store here. And now I just have to get some villager hunting done, which we will do on our next stream. And so I will probably not film that part for this. I'll just bring you back when we have our 3 plots in, and also then we'll get to put the campsite down and see who our villager is. So I will bring you back on that one. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you on our next video. I did get a reaction, which is awesome. Thank you, Probert. Have a good day, everyone. All right, bye.